He had it all, the perfect wife, job and kids. Living the dream, but the dream wasn't his. And amidst the routine he was living by, in his eyes you could see he let his ambition die. If he tried he knew he could revive it, but that would mean him making sacrifices. So the life he built his future around was slowly beginning to crumble to the ground. He worked in an office block now, in a well-paid job for a college dropout. Got paid, came home to his beautiful wife. He'd had girls but only ever loved two in his life. See, there was another woman he longed for, an old flame, he craved the light once more. And deep down he resented his partner, cause she never understood the affection he harbored. Now and again he that worried and anxious, and his mask of happily married man slipped. And he would tell her work got him stressed out, but each lie he told provoked her next doubt. Like, tell me where you go every Thursday, shit, come on now, you know I have to work late. Despite whatever excuse he said, he would continue visiting another woman's bed. As a wife she'd made certain vows, like if they had a problem they'd work it out. But she'd been palmed off too often, so now she had to know if they did have the problem. And so she followed his card to find out, to see what he really did on his Thursday nights out. He left work on time, then he got into a car and drove 100 yards to a hospital. Immediately she thought the worst, like whoever he is cheating on me with must be a nurse and he's getting her from work. But then she just froze when he stepped out with flowers and baby clothes. Unable to accept what she saw, she put the car in reverse and the pedal to the floor and drove to the first place anywhere. And for every tear shed in her life, she cried 20 there. If the father of her own 3 seeds had an illegitimate fourth, she knew she'd leave. And so she went home, grabbed the kids and packed, and left a letter saying she's never coming back. When he returned to an empty house, he found the letter and read it out. It said, how could you lie to me, you two-faced fraud? You broke my heart, so I can't be there no more.
I'll be there no more. Said I'll be there no more.
He called her every day for 2 weeks. He couldn't eat or drink and he would lose sleep. Then on the 15th day she came home saying no apology will make this heartache go. So don't bother with an explanation, do yourself a favor, save the breath you're wasting. He just stood and said, let me talk, cause you need to hear this before you walk. When I was 17 I met my first love, and we was together for 5 years and a month. And every single day at that time was so passionate, I decided to ask to be the one she get married with. And the very night I planned on asking it, she was hurt in a car in an accident. Some drunk run red through a traffic light, and I left her brain dead and paralyzed. And now she's on life support, so yeah, I still love her, just not like before. But it's so hard to leave when the nurse says the only time she smiles is on a Thursday. And the worst part of the story is this: she was 8 months pregnant with my kid. So on the anniversary I played a new dad to recognize the child that we almost had. And she said,
I'm sorry I didn't understand, but you are my man, and I don't want you to be shared. Promise me you will be there. Said I'm sorry I didn't understand, but you are my man, and I don't want to share. Tell her you won't be there.
she told him the things you hold on to are what's gonna define you. And you won't truly be happy as long as you live if you don't learn to put them behind you. But on the day you said I do, you made a choice to be with me. Now we've had 3 boys and built a life here that you can't jeopardize. I'll get over the fact you told me a set of lies. If you could promise me absolute honesty, never go back to see her and move on with me. He took a look at her and replied, I can't go on without you in my life, so I'm willing to try for my family's sake. But my final goodbye is gonna have to be made. So we went to the hospital, sat and kissed her, let go of her hand, leaned over and whispered, After 24 hours of arguing, explaining, apologizing and bargaining, they began to hug, then hold hands, but the makeup was delayed when the phone rang. Good evening, sir. I spoke to you on the ward, I'm the senior nurse. Now, I apologize in advance, okay? But I have to say tonight, she passed away. He dropped the receiver in disbelief. Flashback to when he kissed the cheek and told her no longer could he come up and visit. He knew then that's when she had given up on living. He turned to his wife and switched and screamed, "The blood is on your hands, you bitch. Your ultimatum has cost a life. You are not my lover, you are not my wife." His voice stained with hatred, she stood adjacent. He explained that she was only a replacement. Her eyes drowning as tears poured. He walked away saying, "I'll be there no more.
I'll be there.